Hello. The mission story of December 28, 2024, is coming from Alaska, United States of America. The sun lingered high above the horizon, bathing the small Alaskan village of Togiak in a golden glow. It was a summer evening, around 7 o'clock, but the daylight stretched lazily, as if it had no intention of yielding to night for hours to come. Josephine and Emily, two sisters, ambled down the dusty street, their footsteps kicking up little clouds in the warm air. For 12-year-old Emily, summer days in the village often felt endless and dull, but tonight, something caught her eye. She stopped abruptly in front of the Seventh-day Adventist church, her gaze lighting up like a spark. "Look!" Emily exclaimed, pointing at a sign outside the church. "There's a vacation Bible school. I want to go." The idea of vacation Bible school filled her with excitement, stories from the Bible, fun activities, delicious snacks, and, most importantly, something to fill the idle hours of summer. She turned to her older sister, tugging on her arm. "Come on," she pleaded. But 17-year-old Josephine wasn't convinced. She crossed her arms and frowned. "I don't want to go to vacation Bible school," she said firmly. Emily's face fell, but only for a moment. A sly smile crept across her lips as she came up with a plan. "If we don't go, I won't share my chew," Emily declared, her tone both playful and serious. Josephine froze. She didn't have any chewing tobacco left, and the thought of enduring the coming days without it made her uneasy. Her eyes darted to the church, then back to her sister's determined face. "Fine," Josephine muttered reluctantly. "Let's go." And so it was that Josephine was blackmailed into entering an Adventist church for the first time. While Emily eagerly joined the group of children at the front, Josephine lingered in the back row, her arms folded defensively. She didn't expect much from this experience, but soon, Pastor Chad approached her with a warm smile. "Would you like to help out?" he asked, noticing that she was older than most of the kids. "Maybe pass around snacks or materials for the activities." Josephine hesitated but eventually agreed. Over the next few evenings, she and Emily returned to vacation Bible school, and slowly, Josephine's guarded heart began to soften. Toward the end of the program, Pastor Chad invited Josephine to a children's summer camp called Camp Polaris. The thought of flying in a plane, riding a bus, and taking a boat to get there sounded like an adventure. "But I'm 17, Josephine protested. "I'm too old for children's camp." "No problem," the pastor said with a twinkle in his eye. "Would you like to help out as a counselor?" A smile broke across Josephine's face. She agreed, and that summer, she found herself at Camp Polaris, helping care for a cabin full of Alaska Native girls. But it wasn't just the children who grew during that week. Josephine learned about Jesus, and a seed of faith was planted in her heart. Year after year, Josephine returned to Camp Polaris, first as a counselor and eventually as a leader. Her love for Jesus grew, and she gave her heart to him, leaving behind old habits, including chewing tobacco. Today, Josephine continues her mission, bringing 7 to 10 children from her village to Camp Polaris every summer. Many of them, like she once had, struggle with nicotine withdrawal, but they also encounter something far greater, the love and hope of Jesus. "Camp Polaris gives me something to look forward to," Josephine says with a smile. "I love working with kids and watching them grow." Now, Josephine isn't just a sister or a counselor, she's a guide, leading others toward a life filled with purpose, joy, and the light of Jesus. And just like Emily once brought her to church, Josephine now brings others, but this time, no blackmail is required. Camp Polaris, located on a lake near Dillingham, Alaska, is the only Seventh-day Adventist summer camp that caters specifically to Alaska Native children. Part of a 2015-13 Sabbath offering helped improve the camp with new cabins and real toilets and showers.